What's going on, guys? Troy at Mountain Man Treasure here, and I've had a busy weekend.
Mountain Man Treasures.
Welcome into the channel, guys. My name is Troy. I'm a part-time reseller based out of Montana, and well, typically I've got a hat on, but I thought, you know what? It's Mother's Day as I'm recording this, and so let's dress it up a little bit, right? No hat. Got the button up. It's a nice Patagonia. Guess what? Found it at a garage sale. And I thought, you know what? We're going to dress the show up a little bit, at least as little bit as I can. With my, you can see my, I'm now realizing all my cookie jars behind me. You'll see that video coming up. I actually might get a hold of her and see if she had any left and see if I can get some on the cheap. They're pretty cool. It's an area I don't really know, but I think it's an area that I'm going to sell these things in. Stone Cold Steve Austin, that guy's a stone cold winner. It's absolutely going to sell. We'll see. We'll talk about that later. But what we're going to talk about right now is the stuff that already did sell. And all of these you can find at your local thrift store or estate sale, garage sale, any of that. That's where I found them. And if I can find them here doing this part-time, you absolutely can find them where you are. So we'll dive right in. The first one is a hat, something that I love to sell, and I came into a whole bunch of them through buddy Aaron. He owns a thrift store here in town. He had some overstock. He had a guy come in with a whole bunch of hats and said, hey, I can't deal with all these right now. What do you think? And so I paid him $60 for a tub full of hats, plus actually an overflow into a box. I haven't even, you know, I'm getting into them. I'm maybe halfway through. I've listed about 3 dozen of them already, and we are in the profit on that now. And this one is on 100% profit. This, the old Billabong hat, really cool corduroy snapback hat. Interestingly, I actually had 2 different people trying to get this at the same time. One here in the States somewhere and one in Australia. They were both sending me offers. The guy in the U.S. sent a pretty lowball offer on this thing, and I countered him back. And while that was sitting there, Australia sent me an offer, and it was a little bit better. I countered him back, and he quickly took it. So Australia won on this thing. It's not often you have somebody going after one item at the same time on 2 separate continents. But I did, and it was cool. It worked out. 55 Australian dollars. The Australian dollar a little bit stronger this weekend. I think they're up to about 79 cents. So you convert that, and it's 43 bucks. I pay my fees through eBay and PayPal. I still haven't been pushed over to managed payments. I'm registered, not pushed over. So I still pay the PayPal fee. And then this was through one of my web interpret listings. I pay them a 5% fee when something sells. So once I take all that out, and then I take out the shipping, it was pretty light, so it cost me, I think it was $10.95. I'm left with about 22 or 23 bucks left over. So pretty solid sale on that. And then a really cool shirt that I picked up at the local thrift for a couple bucks. This 90s Nike Georgetown warm-up shirt, double X. It was a great size. I kind of thought it would sell a little bit earlier into the spring. You know, March Madness, people were thinking basketball. I thought that was going to go. It didn't, but I took an offer on it for $55 plus shipping. Guys, if you can find these, they will sell. This is a cool flip. Then something else that you can find in a thrift store that maybe a lot of people don't know about are right here, these vintage military coveralls. These I don't think were ever worn. They were in beautiful condition. Size medium, which is a tough size to move, but they were cool enough and clean enough. I picked them up. I think I paid $6.99 for these, and they lasted about a month, maybe a little less than that, about a month or so. I took an offer of $38, plus I did manage to cram these into a padded flat rate envelope. So that one, it was a chore. I had to get those in there, but they did fit. Then we sold a Barbie. I've only got 2 Barbies left, guys. I am almost out of the Barbie business. Extreme Green Teen Skipper. This one, like so many of the Barbies that we sold going overseas, I took an offer of $35 plus international shipping to Russia. So these going, I think it was to Moscow is where this one went. And then another international order, this one to France, Jurassic Park, the vintage card game. Every once in a while these things crop up. They don't usually crop up new and sealed. I picked up a couple of these in a lot of cards from Brian, Mr. Buys a Lot. He has some online auctions, and I got some non-sports trading cards from him. These were in that lot, and the first one sold for $39.86, as I said, to France. Now I've listed the second set of these that I had, also new, and I've already picked up a watcher. So those are going to sell pretty quickly as well, I think. And then we sold these Everlast training mitts. Not a huge flip here, $16.39. Free shipping. I think I paid $1 for these at a garage sale, and they were under a pound. I think it was 11 ounces. So went out at a decent rate, and we made a few bucks on those. I like selling DVDs. It's very simple. You can list them quickly. You can store them easily, and they ship fast, and they sell, and they're reliable little store fillers. This one, Pope John Paul the First, Smile of God. This actually the second time that this sold. I sold it once before. It was international, and the buyer never paid, so went through the unpaid item, relisted, and now this one sold again. I think it's going this time to New Jersey, and he did pay. We got out of this $20.09 plus shipping. Then something's been sitting around for a while, and these things usually are a little bit long tail, but I pick them up when I find them because I think they're cool. It's the Dakin Plush. I guess it's not really technically plush. They're filled with sawdust, actually, so it's a stiff, firm little critter. But this is, I'm pretty sure it was one of the dream pets that they released, but it was then either converted or they made it this way. I don't know, but it was like, this one came out of an estate sale for a guy that clearly went to Washington State, picked up a whole bunch of different WSU stuff from him, and this might be the last thing hanging on. So this Washington State plush from Dakin sold for $28.56 plus shipping. And then something where I barely made anything, but right here, this 3M tape. This is for animals, for horses or whatever to tape. This came in an 888 lots purchase, and we're way into the profit on this thing, but one of those things that you sell some higher dollar stuff and that brings you even, and then all the little sales make you the money, so you list all the little stuff. And that's what this one is. You saw it there, $6.98 free shipping. Obviously very light, though. It was like an ounce and a half. So it shipped out very cheap, and we made a couple bucks. It's fine. And then this cool hat, I picked this up at a garage sale this summer, and this 100% profit at this point. Going to the UK, Batman, the corduroy Batman hat, really cool. 25 Great British pounds. I didn't do the conversion on that thing, but I would guess we make about 10 or 12 bucks by the time it's all said and done. And then we sold this Golden State Warriors t-shirt. This one for $13 free shipping. They actually sent me an offer. I had it listed, I think, 16. New with tags, so I listed a little bit higher, even though it was a basic shirt. They sent me an offer of 10. I countered with the, hey, meet in the middle, split the difference at 13, and they took it. So pretty good flip on that, on a dollar t-shirt. I'll take that. Then these presidential coins. I actually found these in a folder of stuff. I bought a folder that had, it looked like some stamps and some coins and all. I bought it just so that I could look into it and see if I could learn a little bit about this. It was $1, and I actually found a $2 bill inside there. So we got immediate, we doubled our money immediately. So I was paid $1 to take this, and I found these coins in there. I lotted them all up, put them at auction, and thought, let's see what happens. What happened was I got a bid at the very, very end. But that's good. That's fine. I'm already in the profit on this thing. So this is $4.99 plus shipping. And then the Van Halen tapes, they have sold now 3 times. And this time the buyer paid. The first time it was like $14 plus shipping. Buyer never paid. They went through the unpaid item, relisted at auction, sold again. This time it went up to like 20 bucks. Again, they didn't pay. These things were the haunted cassette tapes. This time I got 1 bid. But again, they paid. So I'm good with it. They are gone. The haunted tapes are out of my shop. And this one, a really nice sale. You've heard me talk a couple times because I've been selling some of these tools as I slowly work my way through and clean and then list them. Right here, check this out. $100, an offer I accepted on these Mac Tools ratchets, these vintage ratchets. These are really, really good tools. People are looking for these. A lot of interest in these. Got some lowball offers. Finally, somebody sent me a real offer of $100. I picked these up as part of a whole pile of tools. Guy gave me for $15 for just a mess of old vintage tools. Some of them are no good, but there's a lot of winners in there. And these were some of the best. Well, they were the best that we found so far. And this is 100% profit. I mean, I sold one ratchet and we were in the profit. And that was just a basic. $100? Yeah, it's a good sale. Look at tools, guys. Tools. There are money. Our money into there is money in tools. Bless the Child, back to DVDs. We sold this one, not much profit here, but as part of a bulk pickup, $7.99 free shipping. And these DVDs, Blu-rays, much better. I actually picked these up this weekend at a garage sale, and they sold day of listing. It sold mostly because Stranger Things 2 is in 4K. It was one of the special editions. I think it came out of Target, and it's in a cool case. It looks like a VHS cassette tape, and it's from the Hawkins video store. It's really cool looking, the case for this thing, and pretty desirable, as it turns out. I think I paid $20 for everything there. So for this individually, we probably paid a couple bucks. The season 1, don't worry about that. There's a lot of them out there, and they don't sell very fast, and when they do, they don't sell for much. But season 2, if you can find it in the 4K, that's why I lumped it together. Season 1 was no good, but season 2 was fantastic. I took an offer of $40 plus shipping day of. Yeah, we're already we doubled our money basically off that garage sale. Pretty good. Carhartt Camo C hat. I sold this one for $15 plus shipping. This, another one that I got from Aaron. And then another one I got from that garage sale this weekend. It has a great sell-through rate. Doesn't sell for much money, but it sells really, really quickly. I mean, this sold in a matter of hours. Addams Family. It's the Addams Family, the first one, and then what is it? The Family Values, the second one. It's like a double feature DVD. It sold for $9.98 free shipping, so we make a couple bucks on that. Then I sold the Ukrainian hockey jersey. It was hanging up back there for a while. We swapped out Han Solo for the Ukrainian jersey, and now the Ukrainian jersey has sold. I picked this up at Goodwill for probably $1.99, and it sold for $48.59 plus shipping. And then another DVD, Gunsmoke. This is Season 2, Volume 1, new and sealed, sold for $9.99 plus shipping. Simpsons Season 3. You can see I like selling DVDs. $7.99 plus shipping. This one part of a porch pickup. I paid $8 for a whole bunch of seasons of stuff into the profit already. So $7.99 plus shipping. Simpsons seasons, they sell pretty well, most of them. Some of them for pretty high dollar, actually. And then he's not back here anymore. You can't see because I think I'm sitting in front of it. He's been back there behind my Dwight Schrute sign. Stripe from the Gremlins. He's gone, and he's going international. That an old PVC figure. He's bendy, so you could kind of pose him a little bit. They're pretty rare. The cool little piece, and I got an offer of $30 plus shipping, and I took it, and it is going to France. No, the UK. Sorry, that one's going to the UK. The next one is going to France. These HO scale reefer cars. One of them actually marked from Abilene, Texas, and that's where I spent better part of almost 10 years in 2 different stints. So that was a cool car. He paid for 2 of them for the same price on each of them. I think it was $13.99, something like that for each one. And then we combined the shipping, and that was $21, I think, was the shipping. And then we sent them on to France. So that is one benefit. We've talked about international shipping on this show a lot, and I'm not going to delve into that again on this one, other than just to say, with global shipping, you can't combine orders. With this one, he bought 2 different things, then sent me a message and said, hey, can you invoice me and send me a combined order price? Through eBay Standard International, you can. And so I did that for him. And so all in, that was a pretty good sale. I mean, he paid quite a lot to get those over to France. Then we sold these Colorado Rapids things. I put them all together. So we had a jersey, a scarf, and a hat. I picked this up probably 2 years ago at a community sale for a couple bucks, the whole set. And these were new. Basically, he said they bought them in the gift shop when they were at a game, and then nobody ever wore them. So $26.79 plus prior to shipping on that one. And then we sold another little Hot Wheels. We're going to randomly sell these. I had hundreds of these things, and now it's just the last stragglers are randomly selling $5.98 plus international shipping, actually, to Spain for this little Honda Civic. And then we sold another Simpsons DVD. This was season 2 on an offer that I sent out, $7.49 plus shipping. So pretty solid weekend, a couple dozen sales there. I'm really, really happy with that, and happy with the stuff I picked up this weekend. You can see some of it already started to sell. These guys sitting back here, I've got them here because I don't want to break them. And I'm actually going to contact that lady and say, hey, if you had any left over and you want to get rid of them, I might be interested. I paid up for this bunch back here, but I'm hoping maybe I can get some a little bit cheaper if she's got some left over after the sale. She had probably 100 cookie jars. Way out of my element. I was just trying to pick the ones that I thought looked cool and that I was able to take a chance on. So that's coming up for cookie jar land. If you know anything about cookie jars, holler at me. Tell me what to look for. I don't really know, but it's an area that I want to learn about. And that's something I talked about in the last video I released over the weekend. I went into, it turned out to be like a crafter's artist's sale. Didn't know anything about any of that stuff and was in a basement made of stone. I couldn't get a signal. I took my best guess. I'm getting a lot of people saying, hey, you missed this, you missed that. Please do that. When I'm out there at garage sales, I miss something, let me know. You don't know what you don't know. And if you keep doing the same thing you're doing because nobody told you to do it better, that's no good. So if I miss something, holler at me. And always read the comments, guys, because there's great knowledge passed on in the comments. I learned so much, especially in those videos where I say, hey, I don't know what I'm looking at here. Can you help me out? You guys tell me what I missed. I get great stuff. So go back if you missed that video, check that out. Especially if you're into crafting and stuff. I know I left a lot of money down there. I just don't know about it, right? So that's what we do on this channel. We learn. And so I hope I taught you something in this. I hope you find something to keep an eye out for in the future. And with that, we're going to cut this thing off. Happy belated Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. And I guess by extension, the grandmothers and the fairy godmothers, I guess, whoever you are. Bless you. And thank you for what you do. And thank you for watching the channel. I sure appreciate you guys. We're going to cut this thing off. We'll see you next time.